Picture this. Florence, 1513. A man sits in a dimly lit prison cell, his fingers stained with ink, his mind racing with revenge. He's just been tortured by the Medici family, the rulers who exiled him, broke his career, and left him to rot. And now, in a twist of fate, he's writing them a book so dangerous, so brutally honest about power, that it will make his name synonymous with evil for centuries. But here's the question. Was Niccolò Machiavelli truly a monster, or the world's first political scientist? Was he a teacher of tyrants, or just the only man brave enough to tell the truth? Most people hear Machiavellian and think of backstabbing, manipulation, cold-blooded ruthlessness. But the real Machiavelli wasn't some cartoon villain twirling a mustache. He was a diplomat, a poet, a man who loved his country so much he was willing to expose the ugly mechanics of power, even if it ruined his reputation forever. Take the infamous Prince. It reads like a handbook for tyranny. It's better to be feared than loved. The ends justify the means. But here's what nobody tells you. Machiavelli wrote it as a job application. Desperate to get back into politics after his exile, he dedicated it to Lorenzo de' Medici, the man who destroyed him. Was this flattery? Or was it satire? A scathing expose disguised as advice? Nobody saw coming. Machiavelli's other great work, The Discourses on Livy, reveals something shocking. He was actually a die-hard Republican who believed in democracy. He praised ancient Rome's system of checks and balances, warned against corruption, and argued that leaders should serve the people. So why the disconnect? Why write The Prince at all? Because Machiavelli was playing a dangerous game. He'd seen popes, kings, and warlords rise and fall, and he knew one brutal truth. Idealism gets you killed. In a world where mercenaries betrayed you, allies stabbed you in the back, and cities fell overnight, he believed leaders needed to understand power's dark side, even if they chose not to use it. Here's where things get uncomfortable. Machiavelli didn't invent cruelty. He just documented it. While philosophers like Plato dreamed of perfect rulers, Machiavelli studied real ones. Cesare Borgia, who murdered his own allies. Pope Alexander VI, who bribed his way to the papacy. His crime wasn't teaching evil. It was admitting that evil worked. And that's why he was hated. The church banned his books. Shakespeare called him the murderous Machiavel. Even today, calling someone Machiavellian is an insult. But ask yourself, is a doctor evil for diagnosing a disease? Or is he the only one brave enough to say what others won't? So is Machiavelli evil? The answer is complicated. He was a realist in an age of delusion, a man who saw power's corruption and refused to look away. But here's the twist. His darkest advice was always a warning, not a recommendation. Keep your hands off other people's property, he wrote, because men forget the death of their father faster than the loss of their inheritance. That's not a lesson in cruelty. It's a lesson in human nature. In the end, Machiavelli's true philosophy wasn't about evil. It was about survival. And whether we admit it or not, that's a game we're all still playing. So, the next time you hear someone called Machiavellian, remember, the man himself wasn't a villain. He was just the one who dared to tell us how villains win. And maybe, just maybe, that's the knowledge that can stop them.